Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my BattleCats experience yet again, and I'm sorry I haven't made one of these videos in a while. It's mainly just because I've been focusing on schoolwork and that hasn't really been turning out all that well because I've actually had pretty not great grades as of recently, but yeah, I just need to focus a lot more on school and stuff like that. So again, I'm sorry I just haven't been posting these as of recent, and I also just haven't been playing the game really at all for the past few days. And again, I'm sorry about that, but I'm back and I'll just talk about what's happened recently with the 100% guaranteed Uber drop rate, which is honestly what I've been waiting for like a while now. Because I had like 4,000 cat food like just ready to go, ready to be spent, and as you can see, it's basically all gone because I used it basically all on the Dynamites capsule because the Dynamites capsule is really goddamn good. Of course, as long as you have that like guaranteed Uber drop rate to at least give you an Uber. Yeah, the Dynamites capsule is really good. I would say around like 9 to maybe even 10 of the Ubers are like actually viable and actually pretty good. Unfortunately, I got kind of lucky and kind of not lucky, and I want to talk about that now. So, the lucky part was that I got Cat Machine, which is pretty okay. From what I've seen online, he does about like 7,000 damage per second, which is pretty okay. And yeah, he's a pretty decent unit, and he's pretty viable for a lot of situations. Same thing with Baby Cat, and Baby Cat does a lot of damage as well. Just a really good unit. However, I was kind of banking on getting like Lesser Demon Cat or a Last Boss, because those are extremely high damage units. They're some of the best Ubers you can get in the game, even still. And I was kind of wanting those, although Baby Cats are still really great, so I'm not really that mad about it. And of course, Cat Machine is pretty good, but the part I am a little mad about is that I got two of the worst units in the capsule. Let me just go to it right now just to remind myself of what their names are. But yeah, I got two of the worst units that don't really do that much and don't really offer that much. Let's see what their names are. Nurse Cat. Yeah, I got Nurse Cat, which is not really that viable. And Cat Clan Heroes, which are also not that great. However, the other unit I didn't mention that I got was actually Summoner Satoru. I don't know. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but I don't really know. But yeah, as you can see, I did get a lot of Ubers, and I did get really lucky in that department because, you know, as I've like stated in the past, I've got really unlucky with my Uber drops and just not really getting them. This time, unfortunately, I got lucky and kind of the wrong way because I got like straight up four Uber drops in one. Like in one 11 draw pull, I got four fucking Uber drops. Of course, including, you know, the one that you normally just get at the end with the guaranteed Uber. But without that a guaranteed Uber, I got three Ubers in one single 11 capsule draw, which is insanely lucky, especially for only like a 5% drop rate. That is extremely lucky. And again, I said that over and over, but because it is. Again, unfortunately, it was kind of unlucky in the way that I just got duplicates. Like, I just got basically the Baby Cat again, and I think I also got Cat Machine again. So again, I was really hoping to get Last Boss or some like insanely different Uber than just like kind of the same ones, and also again just kind of the two bad ones that nobody really uses. Like, I don't see anybody using Nurse Cat. I've seen like several people who use like Last Boss and even like Tengu and like some of these other like really good Ubers in this capsule, which is again why I pulled it and why I spent so much cat food on it, because I kind of just wanted some really good Ubers. Unfortunately, I got a pretty decent amount, but as I said, I also got some pretty decent amount of stinkers, which aren't that great. And again, I'm not really that mad about it because again, I got Baby Cat and Cat Machine, which are pretty good and pretty viable, and I will definitely try to upgrade them as soon as possible and try to get some use out of them. Because I want to use like basically every Uber I got unless they're like completely unviable, which a lot of them fortunately aren't in this capsule, as I said. But yeah, they're pretty okay, and I'm glad that I got a good amount of Ubers this time because again, they've really been fucking me with the amount of Ubers I've gotten as of recent. And as I said, I also did get Summoner, so I will also maybe use him a little bit, and I will definitely use him on like Aku stages or Aku, however you pronounce that. I will definitely use him on those stages because yeah, I don't really have that many anti-Aku units like at all, so I'm glad that I at least have one now. But yeah, besides that, not much has really changed since the last video, which is again why I waited so long to make another one of these. It's just because, you know, I haven't really gotten anything new as of recent, and all these are like the same Ubers that I've had for a while. Besides Furlon, I am pretty upset about this because this was like one of the only Ubers. No, this wasn't one of the only ones. This was the only Uber I got while that Epic Fest was available, like before, like a few weeks ago. Well, not a few weeks ago, but I would say like a week ago when that was available. And I was using like a bunch of, you know, cat tickets. I don't know. I don't remember how many I used. I think I used probably around like 10. And again, I got pretty unlucky when it came to Uber Rares because this unit's not very good. Even in like Nekaluga territory where a lot of them are pretty shit, this guy is not very good. I mean, at least he's a barrier breaker, which is kind of useful for me because I still don't have that many barrier breaker units. But besides that, he's pretty fucking useless. And I know that's his like main point to be a barrier breaker, but there are like even in the Nekalugas, there are so many better ones that do so much more, like insane amounts of damage to just like one unit that are way more viable than this one. So again, I am kind of upset that I got this as my only Uber rare out of a bunch of cat tickets or rare cat tickets for Epic Fest when I was wanting at the very least like a different Negaluga than just this. I mean, he's not the worst one. I've heard there are worse ones, but again, he's one of the worst. So again, I was just wanting a different one, and unfortunately, I didn't get it. But yeah, as I said, I'm not that mad about like the selection I got from the Dynamites, even though I did have to use again all of my cat food. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just because I don't have anything else to talk about. This is all that's really happened in the last few weeks. I've been playing this game because I just haven't been playing it as often. So, yeah. One change that did get added that I did notice was that the recovery code, I'm pretty sure, got like it's on default hidden now, which is good. So I'm glad that change got there, especially or got there. I mean, that change got added, especially for like new players that like to, you know, back out of the entire game to switch to a different chapter or something like that. I'm glad that, you know, every time they do that, they won't be like exposing their fucking code. So yeah, that is good. But again, besides that, not much has really happened. Not much has happened, man. It's a pretty big drought in terms of content for this week. So again, that is basically going to be it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.